podcast. So this is episode 9 as of October 28th. So you know how we get started. We're gonna start out with the Funko news. Not too much Funko news going on right now. I think a lot of things were announced and not too many Funkos announced recently, but there is just a few things I'm gonna get into. And since there's not that much news going on, I saved a lot of topics I wanted to talk about for the Funko news. I mean, for not for the Funko news, for the end of the podcast. So this is gonna be a heavy Funko podcast related because there's not too much news going on, regardless of anything, whether it's movies, TVs, sports. I literally tried like these last two podcasts. I've been trying. I know I've been doing these like 3 times out of the week. So I try to like spread it out so that there is a lot of things to talk about, but there really isn't as of right now. So with the Funko news, there's a glow in the dark storm Venom. I believe in the time of me making this podcast, she did go live, and since it's the same Funko Pop of the common version, but just glow in the dark. So if you guys really love glow in the dark Funko Pops, you might want to check that out. Also, the Smuggler's Bounty subscription box service that Amazon has. It's Rise of the Skywalker box that's coming out. I believe that's the new one. I believe that is the last of this year. I believe, or I'm not familiar with these boxes. I don't buy those boxes, but I believe this is the last one of that year. I don't know if it's the last one that they're making, but that is live. So I believe the one previously for this month, I believe that one ended. So this one is live. So don't fact check me on that one. Chester Cheetah is in stores, so if you guys want to go look for him, I believe there are a lot of people posting that they got theirs from GameStop. So if you're looking for that pop, he is in stores, so you guys want to go pick that up. Also, quick little story. So I noticed on one post that people were posting that Amazon had a sale for the glow in the dark White Walker. So if you guys remember one of my older previous videos, I had it and I showed off the glow in the dark White Walker, and I did a little rant of Amazon and how they shipped it to me. So kind of mad about that. That because when I try to get my refund or I try to get them to send me another pop, they told me they were sold out of it. So now all of a sudden they have all these pops, and unfortunately with companies like that, they unfortunately they say that they're out, but they're not really out. They're just holding on for the future, and they either wait for the popularity go up and try to resell them, or they really are out. So, but unfortunately for me, I wasn't able to get my refund, but now they are available, I guess. So that's super messed up, because when I was looking for that pop, and when it came in, it was super damaged, and I was kind of ticked off about it. But yeah. So anyways, that's it for the Funko news, guys. I mean, I know it wasn't a lot, but what can you say? So anyway, so you know how we also get started. So we show off a couple Pokemon cards and some Yu-Gi-Oh, and this time there's not too much that I want to show off. The last of the few of the hollows that I have, but I don't know if I showed this off before. But here's Summon Skull. Growing up as a kid, I absolutely love this card. Just to love the card art. I always loved the art of him. And so one of the topics I am gonna bringing up later, he is in one of the topics, so you might want to stay tuned. Also, quick little thing before I get started. don't forget to send those emails, guys. If you guys want me to read those topics, shoot me on one of those emails, and I'll read your topics. I'll make a whole category for you guys. So I want to interact with you guys. I notice a lot of times when I post videos, it's like 2, 3 familiar faces. And shout out to you guys for always commenting, man, and showing huge support for the channel. And I know this channel ain't big, but hey, man, I take it as it is. And but if you guys want to interact, you want this channel to keep building and help me out, I mean, I truly appreciate it. You know, just shoot me those emails and get your live comments read. And you know, like I said, the business email is in the description below. So if you guys want to shoot me one of those emails, you can always do that. So I would love to interact with you guys and read those comments live. And yeah, but anyways, so with the other 3 Pokemon cards I'm gonna show off, it's Farfetch, one of my favorite Pokemons. I always loved this Farfetched. He's just a beast. I always loved him just being a combat Funko. I wish he was a Funko. A Pokemon. You know, he uses the little stick. He was always one of my favorites, especially in Gen 1. Probably, but my recent 2 favorites. I can't wait for the newer one, but the recent ones are one of the 2 starters. I showed off the starter that I used in Sun and Moon. It's just saying Sword and Shield and then Sun and Moon definitely messes you up. But here's the other 2 in their evolved forms, their final forms. The Decidueye and I'm gonna butcher this, Primaria. But anyways, not a lot of people use this one, probably underrated. But a lot of people use either the Decidueye or Incineroar. So those are definitely 2 of my favorites right there. I just love the Decidueye's his design. His design is real cool. He has the arrow that shoots and then blows up, and real cool design, man. Shout out to the Pokemon company for making that one. But anyways, guys, so with the first topic, and you guys guessed it, the World Series. So Houston went up 3-2 yesterday. Carlos Correa had a big dominant game. He was blasting home runs. Garrett Cole had a dominant start. So Houston's up 3-2, man. Shout out to Houston. I believe this, to me, I said it before, I had Houston winning it. And my predictions, right now they're 1 game away from winning the World Series. And shout out to Houston, man, pretty dangerous team. Also, gonna run down the NFL scores because there was a lot of games yesterday. So the Vikings beat the Redskins, the Seahawks beat the Falcons, the Giants lost to the Lions, the Jets versus the Jaguars. The Jaguars won that game. Rams beat the Bengals. The Titans beat the Buccaneers. Colts beat the Broncos. Saints beat the Cardinals. Texans beat the Raiders. 49ers beat the Panthers. The Patriots beat the Browns. And the Packers beat the Chiefs, unfortunately. And so the Chargers beat the Bears 17-16. So I watched that game, and I'm about this close to giving up on the Bears. It's not even funny. There's like unwatchable. Last week's game, it was almost unwatchable to watch that team. This game, it was pretty close. I thought we had it in the bag until the last quarter came, and Phillip Rivers came back and just took it right to us. He ran up the field on us. The Chargers were giving us a lot of calls, and we weren't capitalizing on them. We're making it all the way to the goal line, but in the red zone we're struggling. We just kept going 3 and out, and came down to if you guys don't know, it was like the final I say about a minute close to it, and we ran up the field. We got a good field goal position with like 30, close to 25 seconds on the clock. Matt Nagy, who is our head coach, decides to take a knee. He takes the knee so he could kill out the clock. We're about at like the 42, close to 45. Don't know Pacifics, and decide to kick a field goal with 3 seconds. Now, mind you, he could have called the timeout at 10 seconds just in case if something happens, or just in case if he misses it. He could have called it so that he had a second chance at it. Unfortunately, he called it at 3 seconds. So it's crazy because I know he didn't have faith in Trubisky of trying to score a touchdown. There was one play where the play where we're kicking the field goal, and it was pretty. I think it was a 30-yard field goal, because there was a play where he was where he could have ran the ball. He chose not to. He could have gave Trubisky a couple chances. Like, why didn't you just try to go for the touchdown instead of the field goal? Put a lot of pressure on that kicker, who did miss a field goal in the game. He bounced it off the goalpost, as a lot of people call it. He doinked it off the field goal, which unfortunately happened way too often in Chicago. But fortunately, he calls a timeout. 3 seconds left on the clock. Mind you, if you miss that field goal, that's it. So this is a make or miss, or you lose the game. Pinero, who's our kicker, kicked it, boink, off the goalpost, and that's it. We lost 17-16. Really heartbreaker. It's not as heartbreaking as it was last year's playoffs with the double doink, but it was a heartbreaker. That's a game we should have won, and we lost that game. And I don't know who to blame. I mean, Trubisky didn't look good. There was a couple plays where he got up the field, but the kid is showing that he's not ready for the bigs. He's just scared all the time, and his IQ is not that smart. Don't know, especially I think that they pointed out too. He was a runner, especially when he got in difficult situations where he almost sacked. He do spin moves and run out and go get some yards like that. Don't do that as often, such as an injury. But for some reason he got away from that, and he just don't do it. He did it a couple times, which gave us a lot of yards and saved us on a couple times of doing 3 and outs. But he's not doing that as often, which is surprising. So his IQ is not that smart on the field. But I just, like I said before, I don't want to talk about the Bears, and this is another time where I just completely give up. I'm done with the Chicago Bears. But anyways, on to the next topic, and let's talk about some TV. So last night I watched Watchmen. It was an okay episode. I was expecting a little bit more, especially how they led off the season, but it was okay. I had a good time watching it. I'm not going to go in specifics. I don't want to spoil you guys on it. And also watched My Hero Academia before I recorded this podcast, and it was okay. Also, kind of the same way how how they started off. It's like, okay, you spoiled us with episode 2. They had a cool little scene, but it was way too short, and I was like, just a waste. To me personally, a wasted episode, but. It was okay. I'm not gonna hate on it. I mean, it was okay. There's a new show that looks pretty interesting. I believe it's on Apple Plus. It's called C by And it has Jason Momoa, the guy who played Aquaman, and Khal Drogo on Game of Thrones. But it looked real interesting. You guys want to check that out? But it's on Apple TV, so don't know how that's gonna work. Rick and Morty announced their first couple episodes, the names of it, and pretty interesting. Funny thing is about Rick and Morty, I never seen Rick and Morty, so it's real interesting. And then apparently Batwoman season 1 episode 4, I believe, is it's okay. It's getting some good reviews, but I officially gave up on that show, so I'm not really gonna talk about it. Joker surprisingly is on track to make just as much as Infinity War. So right now I believe it's at 464 million, and what a great movie. You guys still haven't checked that out. I highly recommend watching that movie. That movie is just amazing. Joaquin Phoenix did an amazing job in that movie. But let's talk about some video games. So Death Stranding is a game coming out. It comes out November 8th. It's made by Hideo Kojima, the person who produced in Metal Gear. If you guys don't know Metal Gear and Castlevania's Konami. He had a falling out with them, and then he made his own studio called Kojima Productions. He's making a game called Death Stranding, and Norman Reedus, the guy in Walking Dead, Daryl, he's the guy who rides the motorcycle. He is the main character in the game, and so this game is normally just a PS4 exclusive, so it's only exclusive to PS4, and they announced recently that Death Stranding is coming to PC, so that takes out the exclusivity. And I know a lot of people are hating on it, and I understand why, because people just prefer the exclusivity. I was never that guy who just prefers some games being exclusive to one system. To me, I always wanted games to be exclusive to everybody, or be open for that everybody could play and get a chance to play some amazing art. But I understand that I understand a lot of people's frustration. I know people are canceling pre-orders, and I wouldn't go that far, but I can understand why people would be mad about that. But what can you do about it? Just more people get to play the game. Like, how would you be mad at somebody, especially if you don't have a PlayStation but you got a PC? Like, how could you be mad at that? But anyways, Luigi Mansion came out recently, and it's getting okay reviews. So, me personally, I probably might check it out. I mean, I'm not a big Luigi guy, but but it is pretty interesting, and it's the right time because it is Halloween time, and Halloween is coming up in a couple days. So, yeah. So you guys want to check out Luigi Mansion. But anyways, guys, so there's a game called Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I talked about it previously in my previous podcast, and so today Bandai Namco showed off one of the parts of the Buu saga when Vegeta fought Majin Buu. It looks amazing. I mean, I didn't watch it because I don't want to get spoiled. I mean, even I know the outcome, I know what happens. But to see the characters and just how the animation looks, I mean, they're going all out for this series, and rightfully so, man. But anyways, you gotta know what happens to Vegeta when he faces off against Majin Buu, and he turns into this guy right here. Man. Pretty cool, man. I mean, I love it. But anyways, if you guys know, I have a new setup, so if you guys could kind of see, this is for you for the Funko Pop community and figure community. So I'm in process of changing up this display, so because I want to start like adding different characters. So I want to do I'm gonna get into it because it's probably one of the open topics I want to talk about. But anyways, if you guys want to check out that Kakarot, man, it comes out January of 2020. So that game's gonna be amazing, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. Cause I mean, I know Goku. I know a lot of people are complaining and be like, man, how many times we're gonna see Goku's arc and all that? I understand all that. But with today's graphics, man, we haven't had a game like that. I mean, Dragon Ball Fighters is good, but it's just a fighting game, so we never had like open world Dragon Ball Z game. So I'm down for it, but I definitely understands people's beef with it. But I'm sure people are gonna buy it, especially if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan. You might want to go check that out. But anyways, so now I'm gonna do some open topics. I haven't did open topics in a while. Especially since Big T Dog is no longer on the podcast. But well, for now. But anyways, one of the topics I want to talk about, why I don't mind Funko making newer pops, which pops sell like their original pops sell more. So like a new headless neck Stark, like a new metallic forest of the children. I mean, what's her name? Children of the Forest, the metallic, which the value has gone down tremendously with that Funko Pop. The new Doctor Doom. Why I don't mind it. The reason why I don't mind it is because, first of all, Funko. If Funko were to keep those pops around, a lot of newer collectors wouldn't collect because they would be like, man, this pop is selling for almost 2,000 or 5,000. This is just made up. But like recently they had just announced a new Doctor Doom. I know a lot of people got mad already because the original pop still sells for a lot, probably close up to $300. But I don't mind them making a new Doctor Doom because guess what? There's people like me who is not gonna drop $300, $500 on a Funko Pop. So you can make an updated version, and guess what? I'm gonna go after that one. You know, I mean, if there's chances of me buying like a sale, and like if he's down to like 150, I'll snatch it up real quick. But I don't mind them making newer pops, and I think you shouldn't mind it either because, first of all, I understand like Funko got to stay alive. Like they gotta come up with new ideas, and just having the same pops out there is not helping them out either. You know, especially since a lot of their pops go second market, and you know, I mean, it don't really help Funko out like that. So they gotta keep making new pops, and that's why you're always seeing the same variants of Funko Pops, all these gold, all these chrome pops. That's why, I mean, I don't mind them because there's always a collect. And a lot of people forget there's always something out there for some collector. Just because I or you don't collect chrome doesn't mean the next person collects. Somebody loves chrome. I know a YouTuber named Seth from MCE. He says all the time, I love chrome. You know, so there's people out there that loves pop. Just because you don't love that pop doesn't mean somebody don't either. So you just gotta keep that in mind. Like a lot of people just think like, oh well, if Funko don't make this, I'm just gonna stop collecting. Like Funko don't evolve around around you. They don't evolve around you, man. I mean, they're trying to look for the way to bring in new collectors all the time. So that's why they're making new pops all the time. And don't get me wrong, they still try to cater to the original collectors, and there's still people out there who thinks Funko's dying and all that. I don't believe that one bit. I mean, they're just bringing back they're getting new licenses all the time, and they're making new variants of it. I mean, I think it's a wonderful time to be a collector, and not just Funko, but Marvel Legends. You got you got Bam Presto that is starting to come up. You got Figure Arts who are just making out new products all the time. I mean, you just got all these companies, Hasbro, Mecha, NECA. I'm thinking of Meko. But you know, you got all these companies making new things, and they're just not catering. I was watching this one channel. It's called the Foosh. I don't know how to say it. Got a weird name, but he was basically saying he was saying the same thing here because somebody was like a lot of people were complaining in the comment section about a figure. Be like, hey man, you already made, and not just for a figure in particular, but like, hey man, they already made this figure, but oh yeah, it's almost identical to the other Thor. But he's like, well, guess what? They're not making it because you don't want it. They're making it because other new collectors or a lot of people are still buying the same thing. So guess what? The world don't revolve around you. So you gotta remember that. You gotta think about that. I'm not trying to call anybody out in particular. I know a lot of people are gonna misunderstand me when I say that, but that's just how it is right now. So with that out of the way, man, I just want to talk about some figures that I want. Since there's not too many Funko Pop news, I forgot to also mention too when I bring up the Pokemon thing, there was a Pokemon that set a new record and it sold for 19500. Wait, let me repeat that back. 195,000. I don't know if I just said that right. I am too slow. But it was a Pikachu Illustrator a Pokemon card. And it sold for that much. That's crazy. Crazy. That Pokemon card sold for that way. But anyway, I forgot to say that in the Pokemon section topics. But anyways, here's some figures that I want to share with you guys. Some figures that I want to looking forward to, and that's on my mind right now, and there's lots of them. Too much that I couldn't afford to put on the list because we'll be here for like 2-3 hours, but here are like the main ones that stick out to me. So I want to collect some new Pokemon pins. I know there's those pins that Ash wins, the badges pins. Those look cool, man. I would love to get those. There's some like regular just Pokemon pins, some classic ones that I want, and another thing I would love to collect is Storm collectibles. So a little pricier on a pricier side, but those figures look amazing. I would love to collect those. So they have more combat ones. I know they have Goro, they have the Shao Kahn, they have the Cyborg Sector, I believe Cyrax, and I think I seen a new Cyber. I mean, the new Cyber I seen didn't look too good. I would love to see Storm Collectibles try to update, get a newer one that comes out for it. But they announced a Dark Side one, which I need. I need that Dark Side, guys. Like, I have this fascination with Dark Side, one of my favorite villains in DC. I need that Dark Side. Storm Collectibles, if you're listening, I need it now. Just joking, but yeah, I need that. I'm definitely gonna try to pre-order that. I believe I think Mezco has one. They have a Dark Side, but he's kind of chunky. I don't know. It just didn't look right. I like the Star Collectibles one. It looks real good. Also, Marvel Legends have some the Thing. They have a new line. They have the Thing in it and Doctor Doom. So I'm trying to collect that whole line. I don't remember who's the whole Build-A-Figure is, but those are the two musts that I need out of it. And like I said, Doctor Doom. Are you kidding me? Come on, man. There's a couple Hot Toys, probably some original ones that I would want. There's Arkham Knight and the Batman Beyond. I've seen both of those, and those look amazing. I just don't know where to purchase it because I'm not. I mean, I have a Hot Toy, and it's a Deathstroke, but I don't know why I'm pointing right here because he's not up here, but he's over there. But I have a Hot Toy. I don't like Hot Toys. They're kind of too pricier for me. But I know there's the payment plan, but I'm not with that. But I know Hot Toys is really big for a lot of collectors, man. So if you're a Hot Toy collector, I salute you guys because You guys are paying a lot of money, and it's a big passion. I know you guys love your hot toys, so hot toys are real amazing. There's some figurettes I want, like Black Rose. There's the Super Boo, which I haven't purchased yet. I've been waiting on him to drop a little bit. The Majin Buu too. I've been waiting for him to drop. Nappa, pretty still pricier, and there's a Yamcha. I didn't even know there was a Yamcha too. I was actually searching things up, and I seen them, but it was sold out, and I was like, damn. So if I need Yamcha, man, I really want that. I might have to go on eBay and see if I can pick them up, but those are like the top collectibles I want right now. And then there's always other things, but I just, like I said, we'll be here for like 3 hours. But anyways, with the last topic and the last thing I'm gonna talk about, and then it is the Funko Pop wish list. So honestly, I know there's way more I could think of, but as of right now, nothing slipped my mind. And these are just a few that I think that Funko should make. And I don't know if I did this video before. I know I have a wish list of the Funko Pops that I want that's already made. I didn't make one of the Funko Pop that I want them to make. So I don't know if I did this, but anyways, I know Barnes and Noble has excuse me, a season 2 of Pokemon Funko Pops being made. So, but I want just different gens. I just don't want to see Funko cater to Gen 1. I really hope that they're not doing that. And I don't mean, because when Funko does new Funko Pops, they call it season. So season 1, so probably like a wave 1, like wave 2. So I don't know if they're doing different gens for the next wave from in the Barnes and Noble, because they showed the in the system they have new Funko Pops, new Pokemon Pops in the system. So I don't know if it's newer gens, but I kind of hope they go by season. So if they are, and I just don't want them to do starters, you know, because I think Funko needs to expand, and hopefully the Pokemon Company and Game Freak, mostly the Pokemon Company. I hope that they gave them the exclusive access, not just to cater to Gen 1, because everybody loves different gens, and there's different just Pokemon out there. I mean, there's 100, not 100, but there's 1,000 Pokemons as of right now you could choose from. A lot of them are not even announced yet, so there's just so many Pokemons you can choose from. So I just don't want them to cater to Gen 1. And don't get me wrong, I love Gen 1. Gen 1 is always in my heart, but just don't want to cater to Gen 1. And I know a lot of Pokemon fans feel the same way. So anyways, Pokemons, I would love to see them make Lucario, because he's one of my favorites. So that's kind of biased right there. Scizor, another one that's biased. Ultra Beast, I would love them to make Ultra Beast. Ultra Beast would be amazing. You don't have to make the Sun and Moon, or the newer ones would be amazing. That would be amazing. Fuck, if you listening, man, which I know you ain't, but if you listening, man, you better make those the new Sword and Shield Funko Pops, man. That'd be crazy. And one of my favorites, which I probably not sure Funko would make, but Armored Mewtwo. Oh, dude. Oh man, I would lose my if they make that. But anyways, I would love them to make Mortal Kombat Pops. I'm not sure they have a Shao Kahn, but if they don't, they definitely need to make a Shao Kahn. Or probably like a 6-inch with him sitting on the throne, or you can even make that 10-inch if you want. That would be dope. So many figures of him. Storm Collectibles have one of him sitting on the throne. I love that one. A Noob Saibot. We definitely need Noob. We need Melina. We need Ermac. We need Cyborg or Triborg. Oh man, Triborg Funko Pop would be dope, man. I always loved Triborg, man. He was way overpowered in Mortal Kombat X. But But yeah, man, definitely. Would love to see those, man. But and then with Dragon Ball Z, I know Funko already flooded us with Dragon Ball Z, but there's still a lot of characters they haven't made. Love to see. I've been pushing for this, man. I've been pushing for this, and hopefully Funko's listening. I'd like to see them make the Ginyu Force. Where's my Ginyu Force, bro? I need to pose these guys. Listen, they need to go right here with the rest of my DBZ. I need them to pose, man. I need them to pose. All right, don't just make the Funko Pop. You need to make them posing. Tell people, man. Funko, I'll stop collecting if you guys do that. And we need a Super Bowl, man. No, probably like a 6-inch Super Bowl. That would be dope. Or you know, he don't even have to be 6-inch, you know. But we definitely need him. You already have made the other Boo, but he's just that's Kid Boo, so we need the Super Bowl. Vikings, like where's the Viking pops? Like you guys just gave up on the Viking series, but we need some. We need the Ragnar sons. We need just side characters in general. You know, I don't know. They just gave up on that line. I just love to see Ivar. Like, where's Ivar? Like, we need Ivar, bro. Like, how can you make Vikings Funko Pops, but not you don't make a Ivar? You know, so they definitely or Bjorn. Like, we need Bjorn with him. Man, dope, man, dope. You guys are listening, man. Make some Viking pops, man. I definitely need that. I love that show, man. And we definitely need more of them. Some new Watchmen pops. I know for sure they're gonna make some new Joker. The new Joker movie pops. They definitely need to make that. I believe there's no news on them making it. But I'm gonna end this podcast with new Yu-Gi-Oh. So the Yu-Gi-Oh is different from Pokemon, right? So with Pokemon, you just don't want to cater to Gen 1. But with Yu-Gi-Oh, I do believe that they should cater to just, or you know, with Pokemon, you just don't want to cater to the starters and Gen 1. But with Yu-Gi-Oh, I believe that's different. I think you should, with making Funko Pops, you should start off with just the original ones and then go into the main cards that the kids were used. So like and I don't remember the kids' names because it's been a while since I watched the show. Oh man, but like Jalen, he uses the elemental hero Neos. You definitely need to make that and make Jaden, and then make like monsters with that series. You get what I'm saying? So like with Yugi, you can make the Yugi Moto. You have the Exodia and all that. So with Jaden, which is the next series, forgetting the series name, and I apologize about that. But you make the elemental heroes. You make the the cards. I'm forgetting all these characters' names, but I think Funko should figure that out. And then with the next one that comes after that, you make the Utopia monsters. You make all the, I mean, I think that's how they should go down. And then the last two, which are the most forgettable, and they have dimensions too. So I want to see how Funko's. I think Funko's just gonna cater to just the regular Yu-Gi-Oh. So they're probably gonna make like the Summon Skull, which will be dope. And then they'll make the Summon Skull, the Black Luster Dragon, the Black Luster Soldier. I'm not sure there's a Black Luster Dragon. I might just be making that up. But Black Luster Soldier, there's the everybody wants the Ultimate Blue Eyes White Dragon, which is the could be 10-inch, and then the 5-headed dragon, which probably be bigger than that. I mean, I want to see Funko start thinking outside the box, just like if I was there, Funko, I'd be like trying to push for like, man, we should make this 15 inches, 14 inches. We'll make this big 5-headed dragon, 19-inch, 5-headed dragon. I mean, you know, fuck, if you guys want to hire me, man, I'll be happy to give you my insight, you know. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast, man, because I'm having a blast doing these. I know I haven't been recording too much Funko Pop videos and just hauls and in general, but there is things coming on the way. I'm just waiting for them to come in the mail. I know it's kind of been like dead recently with releases, so we're just waiting for releases right now. I am gonna start collecting other things. I always collect other things besides Funko because I just don't cater to just Funko. Even though I love me some Funko, man. But I do collect other things, Marvel Legends. So I'm trying to look out for those. These Storm collectibles, I'm definitely gonna start collecting those. These Mezcos. I seen a Punisher one that I really like. I seen that Black Mask, which you can't even pre-order anymore because it's sold out. But anyways, guys, that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Definitely subscribe. I definitely appreciate all the help. Leave likes on this videos. Definitely help out the channel. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day as always. Each and every one of you. I love my whole channel, man. I love you guys. See you guys later.